All rise. All rise. The trial of Mrs. Delphina's class versus Harlan Parmenter. The Honorable Cynthia Camise presiding.
Be seated, I guess. Whatever. So, you guys know I really don't want to be the judge. But Mrs. Delphina says I have to because I need to learn how to be a leader. Because so many of you look up to me. So here I am, the judge. Like it's my fault you look up to me. Anyway, this is the trial of Harlan Parmenter. Hi, Harlan.
Sydney.
Stop. Harlan is accused of stealing lunch money from Mikey McDougal, who never says anything. Right, Mikey? See? And you are going to be the jury. Get it? You are the jury. Okay? And it is going to be your duty as jurors to determine the guilt or innocence of Harlan. Hi, Harlan.
Cindy.
Which you know is a no-brainer.
I object.
I mean, why would Harlan need to steal anybody's lunch money?
I object again.
Look at him.
I said I object.
Do I care?
Yes. You're supposed to care. You're the judge.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right. What do I say when it's okay to object?
Sustained.
Sustained. There, you feel better?
I feel vindicated.
That means you feel better, right?
Something like that.
So sit. All right, let's see. What do I have to do now?
Read the writ.
Read the what?
The writ. The charge. The reason we're all here. Harlan is charged with a crime. You need to read the writ to the jury so they know what this is all about.
Who made you the queen?
I'm not the queen, I'm the bailiff.
Who made you the bailiff?
Mrs. Delphina.
So I read this?
Yes.
Let's see. Mrs. Delphina's classroom versus Harlan Parmenter. It is the contention of the plaintiff. It is the what of the who?
The contention of the plaintiff. It means this is what the plaintiff is charging Harlan of doing.
Yeah, who's the plaintiff?
Mikey.
Says who?
Says him.
He never says anything.
That's me. He's the plaintiff. Now read.
It is the contention of the plaintiff, Mikey, that on Friday, September 21st at 11:31 a.m., the defendant, Harlan Parmenter, did willfully and with premeditation, Jimmy opened the third-floor personal locker of the plaintiff, Mikey, and remove a sealed envelope which contained $2.54, an amount which constitutes the plaintiff's lunch money for said date. You keep your lunch money in an envelope?
His mother thought it'd be safer that way.
Whatever.
Little did she know. Hey! Sorry, got carried away.
Now what?
Now the prosecution calls her first witness.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Who's the prosecutor?
That would be me, Your Honor.
So call your first witness.
Very good. The prosecution calls Timmy Timmons. Timmy Timmons to the stand.
Here? That's it here?
Yes. No, not yet. You have to swear first.
Swear? I can never swear. My mother would ground me.
No. Not that kind of swear. Raise your right hand.
Like this?
Yes. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
So let me get this straight. I'm swearing without really swearing?
Yes. Say I do.
I do?
Yes.
Yes, what?
You say I do.
I do?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Just say I do.
I do.
Sit. State your full name for the court.
Timothy Thomas Timmons.
Her witness.
Your witness. Hey, I'm getting good at this.
Thank you. Mr. Timmons, will you please tell the court where you were at 11:31 in the morning of September 21st of this year?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, what?
Yes, I will tell the court where I was at 11:31 on the morning of September 21st.
So tell.
Well, I was on the 3rd floor of the school, walking past my locker, on the way to history class.
But, Mr. Timmons, 11:31, does that mean you were late for history class?
Well, yes it does, but I had a hall
But
pass
doesn't
and
that also mean that the hallway was empty at this time?
well, except for me and one other person. But I had a hall pass and
One other person. Did you say one other person, Mr. Timmons?
Yes, one other person, plus me, 2 of us, me, plus one other person, total of 2 persons.
And will you describe that one other person for the court?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, I'll describe that one other person.
So describe.
It was Harlan Parmenter.
Oh, so that's your description?
Yes, I figured the best way to describe him would be to tell you who he was, and then you could just see him sitting over there.
And what was Mr. Parmenter doing at 11:31 of the morning of September 21st of this year when he was supposed to be in history class and the hallway was supposed to be empty?
Well, except for me,
Mr. Timmons,
because I had a hall
will you
pass.
please tell us what he was doing, Mr. Timmons?
He was prying open Mike McDougal's locker, and then he took an envelope out of the locker. He ripped it open. He took the money out of the envelope, stuffed it in his pocket, took the ripped envelope, put that back in the locker, shut the locker, and then he walked away.
And did Mr. Parmenter acknowledge your presence?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Did Mr. Parmenter see you in the hallway?
Oh, yes.
And did he say anything to you?
Oh, yes. He said, if you tell anybody that I did this, I will stuff you in a large, hefty bag and put you up for auction on eBay.
Thank you, Mr. Timmons. Your witness.
Please state your full name again for the jury.
Timothy Thomas Timmons.
So tell me, Mr. Timothy Thomas Timmons, what it feels like to have a name that sounds like an actor's vocal warm-up exercise.
I object. How is this question relevant, Your Honor?
I don't know, ask him.
The question is relevant because Mr. Timothy Thomas Timmons is lying to this jury. He is jealous of Harlan Parmenter because Mr. Parmenter's name is so much cooler than his is.
That is really stupid.
It is kind of stupid, man.
I told you it was stupid.
Admit it. Get the grenade.
Well, I'm not ashamed of my name. I was named after my grandfather, Timothy. Oh, and my other grandfather, Thomas. And the first Thomas in this country was my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He came over from the Mayflower. His name was Timothy, too. I'm totally proud of my name.
Oh. Maybe that was a little stupid.
That'd be my vote.
No further questions. Far, so good.
Is it my turn again?
Tell the witness to step down.
How could he step down? He's already on the floor.
Just tell him. It's a protocol.
It's what?
Tell him.
The witness may step down.
I'm going to step down and right on the floor.
Just get out of here, Timmy, will ya?
Okay.
Now what happens?
Now the prosecution calls her next witness.
Call your next witness, prosecution.
The prosecution rests.
Why? Are you tired?
You rest? You're not calling any more witnesses?
No, why should I?
Not even your own client. Mikey, he never says anything. What's the point?
You're calling nobody else.
No, the defense didn't refute Timmy's testimony.
Wait, they didn't what?
Refute his testimony. They didn't prove that Timmy was lying.
Yes, but I made fun of his name.
And we all agreed that was stupid of you. See, I got this nailed. I rest my case.
Cool, does that mean we can go to the mall now?
No, now the defense presents his case.
You mean Brandon?
Yes, now he calls his own witnesses to prove that Harlan is not guilty.
But Timmy saw Harlan take the lunch
It doesn't matter, it's protocol.
It's what?
The rules! First, the prosecution presents its case, and then the defense presents its case, and then the jury supplies its verdict, and then you can go to the mall.
You don't have to get snippy.
Call the defense!
Defense! Happy? So rude.
The defense calls Raymond Phillip.
Yep.
Phillip Raymond.
Come on, guys. Do I really have to do this? I am so not into this you wouldn't believe it. I will do anything you want. As long as I have to do this, I will...
Take the stand!
Take the stand! Let me do it.
Come on, Phil. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Philly. Come on. There you go. There you go, Philly. Come on. Now, raise your right hand.
Don't make me do this! I'll clean out your locker. I'll do your homework for a month. I'll wash your gym socks 3 times a day.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Do you know what happens to me if I do?
Do or don't you answer the question?
He does.
What he said?
Take a seat. Counselor,
Raymond? Phillip?
Yes.
Phillip, are you acquainted with the defendant, Harlan Parmenter?
Acquainted? What do you mean acquainted?
I mean, do you know him?
I guess you can sort of say.
Knows me.
I know him. I know him. Yes. Boy, do I know him.
I object. The defendant shouldn't be answering for the witness.
It's probably great protocol,
great protocol.
huh? Sustained. Harlan, from now on, try not to answer for Philip, okay?
No problem, Sue.
Thanks.
Phillip?
Yes.
Phillip, could you please tell the court where you were on the morning of September 21st at 11:31 of this year?
Tell them
Yes.
where I was?
Yes.
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Tell the court where you were at 11:31 on the 21st of this year.
But I
Tell him now!
But I just
Just like you told me, man!
now.
Now!
I was in the school in the hallway on the 3rd floor, where I could see Michael's locker and everything that was going on, and I didn't see Harlan anywhere, or near the locker, or in the hallway, or stealing anything, because Harlan is the kind of guy in a million years who would never do anything bad. Never, ever, never.
I apologize, Sydney, for my outburst.
Thank you, Mr. Phillip. Mr. Raymond. Whatever.
Cross?
Huh? No. A little bored, but not really cross.
Cross-examination. Ask the prosecution if she wants to cross-examine the witness.
Oh. Do you want to do the cross thing?
I absolutely do.
Good, glad I asked.
Philip, do you know what perjury means?
No.
Okay. Perjury means lying on the witness stand. And do you know what happens to you when you commit perjury?
No.
You get into big trouble.
Good. Do you know what injury means?
Yes.
Okay, so if I have a choice between perjury and injury, I choose perjury.
I can't believe you let this guy do this to you.
Object.
I object. Why? The prosecution is badgering the witness.
She is?
I am not.
Yes, you are. I'm being badgered.
How? How is this badgering? Please tell me how this is badgering.
See? She's badgering me. And he's gonna injure me. I just want to go home.
Just get out of here,
Let's recap. Timmy says he saw Harlan take the lunch money out of the locker. But Philip says Harlan wasn't anywhere near the locker. One guy's word against another guy's word. Well, nothing we can do about that. Let's go to the mall.
Actually, Your Honor, I have another witness to call.
Do?
Yes, character witness.
Oh. What's a character witness?
A character witness is someone who tells the jury about the character of the defendant. In this case, Brandon is obviously going to call someone to tell us all how wonderful Harlan is.
And we need to know this why?
Because if the witness convinces the jury that Harlan's not the kind of guy that could steal the money, then perhaps they could acquit him.
Acquit?
Let him go. Set him free.
Oh, and if the jury acquits, we can all leave.
Yes.
Good. Call the witness.
The defense calls Melissa Adrenaline.
Melissa Adrenaline.
Hi everybody. Hi Harlan. Hi Suzanne. Hi Mikey. Hi Brandon. Hi Mrs. Delphina.
Stop saying hi and raise your right hand.
Hi. Sorry, I can't help it when I raise my hand. I just say hi.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Like, what else would I do?
Sit.
Hi Cindy.
She gets mad. Go, Brandon.
Melissa, you are acquainted with the defendant, are you not?
Like, yeah, like, isn't that, like, why I'm here, right? Like, that's the whole thing of me being here, because I, like, know Harlan, right?
Yes. Could you please tell the court how long you have known him?
Oh, like, Harlan and I, like, we went to kindergarten together, you know, and he lives, like, 2 houses down from me, and we know, like, all the same people and go to the same, you know, like, church and, like, school and, like, stores, and, like, Harlan and me, we just, like, known each other for, like, forever.
And how long is forever?
Well, I mean, like, no one really knows how long forever is, like, do they?
No. I meant how long have you known Harlan?
Like, in years?
Yes.
Well, I mean, like, I've known Harlan since we were in, like, what, like, kindergarten? And, like, how old were we then? Like, 4? Now we're like 13, so, like, what's that in years? Like, 13, like, minus, like, 4?
And that would be?
Since kindergarten?
Okay, as a character witness for Harlan, what would you like to say about Harlan's character?
Oh, well, like, Harlan is, like, a really, really good character, you know? And he's, like, so cute. I mean, like, he's so cute, like, you know, when you walk into the cafeteria and there's, like, 100 boys there, like, eating lunch. Like, Harlan is, like, the only boy you, like, really see because he's, like, so cute.
So you would say that Harlan is?
Cute. Really, really cute.
And he has a good character?
Yeah, he is a good, cute character.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No.
No, thank you.
Suzanne gets to redirect.
Redirect? Does Suzanne know what that means?
I do.
So do it then. Boy.
Melissa, can you do me a favor?
Sure, Susie, like, of course.
First of all, don't call me Susie.
Like, whatever.
Anyways, can you describe Harlan's character again?
Sure, like, he's like...
Except this time, if you really want us to believe that Harlan's such a great guy, I want you to convince us without using the word like at all. Go.
Oh, well, he's like... So,
Melissa,
he's like...
can you do it?
Sure, like... He's like...
This witness is completely discredited, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What does discredited mean?
It means she can't put an English sentence together without using the word like, so she can't really know Harlan at all.
Does that make any sense?
No.
Should I allow it?
Sure. I'm kind of tired of people who use the word like all the time. I'd allow it.
It's allowed. Step down.
That is, like, so unfair.
Like, live with it. Step, step, step. Well, looks like it's time to see what the jury has to say.
Actually, Your Honor,
What is it, Brandon?
I think I have one more witness to call.
That figures. Who?
Me.
Him?
Yeah.
Can he do that?
That he can.
Well, hurry up and call him then.
The defense calls Harlan Parmenter.
Raise your right hand.
You're gonna talk to me nice.
Raise your right hand, please.
That's better.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
In my life, the truth is what I live by. Daily. Hourly. Minutely.
Fine.
And that's the truth.
Take the stand.
Take it where? I'm just kidding. Chill. Don't mind if I do.
State your full name for the court.
Harlan Parmenter.
Harlan.
Yeah, you see, my first name is just so awesome that my parents couldn't find a better name for my middle one. Is there a problem with that?
No.
Harlan, do you have any idea why you're being accused of this crime?
I must admit, I am perplexed.
Perplexed.
I am perplexed. And I looked at that word so I know what I'm talking about. Let me explain. It is my goal, nay, my duty in life to do well by my fellow human beings on this planet. Why Mikey has choosed me as the target of this investigation is perplexing to me.
Has choose? Did he say has choose?
Perhaps, if Mikey would say something sometime, we would know what his true motivation is. But he never says anything, does he? Get shot too. Continue.
So you deny this allegation?
Not only do I deny it, I swear to you I have never done it.
And that's the truth?
That is truthfully close to the truth you will ever get out of me.
Wow, what a guy.
Redirect.
First of all, this is disrespectful. This should be. Harlan, How stupid do you think I am?
Well, it doesn't really matter how stupid I think you are. It's how stupid I think they are that matters.
Your Honor, I demand you hold this defendant in contempt.
You do?
Yes, I demand it.
Okay, well, let me run this past my little buddy here. You know everything about this contempt deal?
When someone in the courtroom acts disrespectfully to you or the jury, you can hold them in contempt. Fine them, throw them in jail, stuff like that.
Sounds like a lot of work for me.
Yeah, a little bit of a hassle, paperwork. It'd be a while before you could get to them all.
Okay, never mind. No contempt.
But Your Honor!
You heard me. Now, are you finished redirecting Harlan?
I guess so.
Good. So now, what do I have to do to move this thing along?
Call for summations.
Summations!
Not so loud. Call on the lawyers one at a time and have them sum up their cases for the court.
Oh,
I have no idea why people look up to you.
have you seen me, like, really dressed up?
Oh yeah, never mind. Summations. Susie first.
Suzanne, your summation, please.
If you ever call me Susie one more time, I swear to
Just do your summation.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you ever, in your brief but endlessly tumultuous lives, seen a court case in which the defendant is more clearly guilty than this one? No, of course you haven't. Harlan Parmenter brazenly broke into Mikey McDougal's locker and took his lunch money. Mikey says so, even though he never says anything. And our eyewitness, Timmy, says so. And Harlan threatened the life and reputation of poor Philip to commit perjury on the witness stand. And then Harlan himself practically admitted on the witness stand that he believes that the jury can be duped into believing that he is innocent. Did you pick up on that? The duping? Do you see how much contempt he has for you?
Hey, I said negative on the contempt thing.
It is so very, very clear, ladies and gentlemen, that Harlan Parmenter is guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I am almost looking forward to the summation of the counsel for the defense. I cannot imagine what he's going to come up with that would in any way sway you into believing the unarguable fact that Harlan Parmenter is guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
You done?
Yes, Your Honor. Guilty, 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 guilty.
Hey!
Brandon, it's be your turn now.
Thank you, Cindy.
Hey, you know, go with the Your Honor thing. I kind of like that, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cool.
Guys, this is Harlan. Has he ever lied to you? Has he ever steered you off in the wrong direction ever? Don't answer that. Let me answer for you. No. Of course he hasn't. Because he is Harlan. Harlan, Mr. Trustworthy Parmenter. He is Harlan. And he is one stand-up guy. Terry, remember the time you lost your bicycle? 3 days? Who was it who found it, brought it up to your front door, and handed it back to you? Harlan, that's who.
That's because Harlan stole it in the first place.
Doesn't matter. I'm talking about who brought it back to Terry. And that was Harlan. Brittany, remember the time you lost your science homework a month or so ago? Who was it who found it and gave it back to you only 3 days late for you to hand in?
Made copies of it for all his friends.
Who was it who found it and gave it back to you?
Brandon!
No, it was Harlan.
Your Honor, are you going to allow this?
Am I going to allow this?
Might as well, he's almost through.
Jerome!
Oops, spoke too soon.
Jerome, remember the time you broke your leg falling down the library stairs?
Who pushed you down the library stairs?
Who was it who picked you up?
And tossed you aside.
To help you?
To get him out of his way.
Who, Jerome? Who?
Everybody!
Exactly. People, be reasonable. Acquit my client. You need him. We all need him. Thank you. How did it?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Nice speech, Brandon.
Croc.
Yeah, but a nice speech. Well, jury time, you think?
Sure, let's see if any of them were paying attention.
Jury, it is time to make your decision. If you think Harlan is not guilty, raise your hand.
Vote for Harlan.
That figures. Now, if you think Harlan is guilty, raise your hand.
You did.
Lousy!
All right, Judge, sentence him.
Huh?
Determine a just punishment for Harlan and sentence him to it.
You mean I get to decide how to punish Harlan?
Yup, you have the power of the judiciary behind you.
Wow. And I thought all I had was this stupid robe.
Harlan Parmenter, rise for your sentence.
Isn't it?
Hi, Harlan.
Sentence him.
Okay. How do I start?
I hereby sentence the defendant, Harlan Parmenter.
Sentence the defendant, Harlan Parmenter.
Sydney.
Hi, Harlan.
To what? You sentence him to what?
I sentence him to take me to the dance on Saturday night. What?
All right.
Case dismissed.
Wait a minute! Sit down!
Just who do you think I am, huh?
Just because I have little to say, do you think that means that I have no feelings? Is that it?
Well, let me tell you something, people. That $2.54 that he stole from me may not mean anything to you. But let me tell you what that $2.54 meant to me. You ready for this? It was my lunch money! That's right. The money I was going to use to buy my lunch. You all know what lunch is, don't you? Lunch is food that a person eats in the middle of the day to sustain himself and survive until dinner. That's what lunch is. Now, the way I see it, the defendant in this case was found guilty. So, we managed to prove that in actuality, he did take my lunch money. So, the way I see it, that sentence you gave him was a little, shall we call it, lame. I'm a good person. I keep to myself. All I want is justice. And my lunch. And in order to have my lunch, I need my lunch money. So what are all you guys gonna do about it?
Guess I should have said something like that earlier.
Hey, McDougal. I was thinking, what's a good place for you to keep this money?
Where?
In your locker.